news update there for you. We'll continue informed on other stories we are following later on. Let's get into our Nairobian and Pulse review. Stevens, Lorenzo, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you guys.
It's a great Friday.
Friday.
And Lorenzo was early today. I don't know whether he spent at home or...
Were you home?
Or, you know, office.
But he looks fresh.
You know, I've been away.
Oh, where have you been? Hollywood?
I was in Joburg.
Hollywood. I remember that.
You're in Joburg.
Yeah.
What had taken you there?
At times you take some time off.
Oh. How many days, honey? And with whom were you with?
Let us just focus on the Pulse and the Nairobian.
Okay, and where did you go?
Have you been? I was around working hard as usual, trying to produce this magazine with my great team, of course, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into the great magazine, Pulse.
Yes.
So the headline today is One Night Stand, and so is your favorite celeb in the habit of picking up strangers at the club for a one-night stand? Some of them open up on which one bam thank you habits that is prevalent, albeit dangerous.
Can you just pause there and let Lorenzo absorb the heat and just turn to another story, which I think is very hot right now.
Which one?
The hot girls who are in the acting scene.
Why are we not talking about?
Because we go in there. I'm just letting Lorenzo absorb this.
The steamy act.
Another steamy act.
That's on page 4.
Head to head, some of the hot girls that we have in the acting scene. We have Sarah, we have Afriel, we have Janeda, and we're asking guys, who do you think is the hottest of them all?
Who is the hottest?
Hot in terms of?
In terms of looks, in terms of
in relation to our page 1 story.
Yeah. Well, no, we're not going to one night stand. Yeah, we are still here.
We'll get to the one night stand. It's
the
in the
beautiful
later
girls
pages.
in town, basically, who are actresses and all.
I've been looking forward to meeting this lady called Maureen.
Maureen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is she?
She's not hard to get. I mean, she's in town. I mean,
we can talk about this offline. After this show.
We are reviewing this
We
paper.
can.
So what do you think about our acting girls? Are they?
I think they're all gorgeous.
They're all gorgeous.
I don't know most of them though.
Oh, okay.
I think I know Avril, of course.
Yeah.
Lupita, the world knows Lupita. But Maureen, Danu, Janet.
Danu, one time Kalash Awards Best Actress.
Awesome.
Janet, one time also Kalash winner. Lupita, we all know. Avril, we all know. And Sarah, we all know. And we usually take this over to Facebook and everywhere for people just talk about it. And so basically that's what drives this page. So we let it to the people, and whoever wants to comment on the show.
So who got the most votes?
Then the vote starts now.
Oh, it starts now.
All right.
Okay, we'll see. You'll
vote
tell us
lines are
which
on.
one.
But I have a piece of advice to Sophia. Please come back home. Watch
I
our
am
local
home.
stuff. Watch our local stuff. The fact
What
that
are
you
you
don't know these
watching,
beauties. What have you been watching?
News.
Kardashian.
Spotlight, page 6. Excuse me.
Yes.
It's YOLO.
So what is YOLO? That's on KTN.
Yes.
And I love YOLO. You only live once.
Yes.
I'm not watched this yet. I will make a point. So I'm not dating. I know it sounds very funny, but dating is not my priority at the moment. These are the words of which one of these two?
Thierry.
The guy. He's cute. That's his hair.
Yeah.
That's his real hair.
Yeah, Afro. He's this boy with Afro. You cannot miss him in the office. You see this boy and he's ever charming. Now this
But
young
he's
girl,
young. I think I saw him.
They're pretty all
He
young.
looks very-
20,
No, not a
22,
teenager.
and I think they're doing a great show. But here, with this story with Angela, they talk about their lives away from the show, their little chemist together, and how they make ends meet. And
She's very pretty too.
they say, don't mistake us for little happy, beautiful kind of people. We work hard for a living.
Have you watched the show?
I keep watching the show. I met the lady when she just walked in. I think I like her. Yes.
You
and,
like a lot of women.
and again, I said I like her. And again, our Fellaini, he's a good chap.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Fellaini.
Mic check. Page 8.
Yes.
Vocally, Viola. She's a Berkeley graduate.
Yes, she is.
Awesome.
She's deep, Viola. It's one lady you'd believe that will make marks in the music industry. But I leave that for the guys to read, because fast forward, we're moving towards the new kids on the block. And we're talking about young people who are barely...
Kids.
Who are actually kids, who are actually rocking the scene now with their talent, music,
That's awesome.
acting, doing commercials and all those kind of things. And you wonder, oh, so we can have our Justin Biebers in this place.
Yeah.
Or we can have our
Chris
Jackson
Cross
5.
Of our times.
You
Oh,
remember Michael Jackson, the
I
Jackson
know,
5?
Yes.
Right. But now,
So-
the biggest question that I would ask myself, this is a great story by Angela Wino. After this, what next?
That's a question now.
Follows up.
We have a lot of talent, great talent in the land. How do you manage these kids? How do you package these kids? How do you take them to the next level where we can say we molded stars from such an age to a point where they became the biggest thing,
Right.
maybe in Africa or in the world? Because a lot
I
of talent
think
just...
it goes a lot to say. I mean, if you look at the kid stars that have become major who started out young, parents play a huge role, or guardians.
Oh.
They play a huge role because it's about them nurturing, encouraging this child to follow what it is their dreams, and facilitate them to get more coaching or whatever help they need to become even better, to whatever perfect their craft. And then there's also getting professionals to assist the parents, because parents are good in helping, but they also don't know everything. So when they engage professional support, I think that only goes to nurture this kind of talent.
Many parents sometimes will say, if you're not doing math, if you're not in the sciences, if
Yeah, that's
you're-
the challenge.
We don't believe in this rap thing or whatever it is. I don't know. Is it a parents thing that careers like this will die?
It's
No,
our education system that expects, everybody, it's ingrained in them that, to be successful, you're a what? Lawyer, doctor, pilot, something.
Allow me to differ with the two of you, because when I look at these kids, I want to take a look at what happened to Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah,
he
who did not
concentrated so
grow in
much.
Kenya.
No,
In Kenya, in
he
Africa.
did not grow in Kenya. He concentrated so much on his talent, right? And by doing that, he lost his childhood, and he kept saying that. Now look at these kids. If you do not allow them to also enjoy their childhood, imagine at this age, at such a tender age, you are recording in studio, you are dining with senior people.
So are you saying
right?
that kids should just play and forget and
We
start
should
being
also-
ambitious
No,
and
no,
working
no, no,
hard
no.
later on in life?
We must see how to gel the two,
Of
right?
course.
Allow them also to be kids.
Michael Jackson.
But when
Super kids.
Michael Jackson
The
was
rest
never
are
kid.
not. Super kids.
He
are,
lost his childhood by
True,
5.
but he's
right?
just one out of a myriad
Out of all
of
those,
others
we-
that have
we-
been
we-
good stories.
Successful stories.
Yeah.
And I think it's the role of parents and people
Yeah.
who model talent and all that. And we have one coming actually through KTN next month at KICC, where kids are being coached, and there's a competition right there where
cool.
we are getting to get talent out at this young age. And I think the government is saying now arts, music, and everything that it is, it will make an integral part of our
Okay,
systems.
let's move on, guys. Page 15, we have male divas. So celebs stand out wherever they go. They're accorded first-class treatment, but some make demands that are out of this world. So of course, divas is a term for the women who are,
Yes.
all out and all. But apparently there are men who have these diva tendencies, and they're behaving all superstar and want the world
Superstar.
at their feet.
Yeah. Lorenzo wants to talk about this, I think.
Yes.
Have you
The
experienced
biggest, the biggest diva
You tell.
in this
East
list?
Africa is Diamond.
Diamond.
That guy, Diamond is a diva in two perspectives. Look
He's
at
more diva than his girlfriend.
Thank you. Look at his songs, the way he behaves, right? I'll tell you, one of the songs with Neva Mitego said that the way you dress, the way you handle yourself, the way you hang around. Diamond is one guy who must always use makeup. Stevens, you and me are on TV this morning.
We are on skin,
Well,
basic, natural
How
as.
we are.
And it's
but,
easier that-
but the turning point was when we were with Stevens in Mombasa.
Mombasa, I remember
Right.
that.
What Diamond did
What did he do?
Kigoma,
during the Kigoma All Stars.
All Stars.
I would like to urge those who want to know what Diamond did, just get a copy of Parts.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, what I found interesting is Jimmy Gate. Apparently, he took a year off the media. So for 1 year, he was not giving
Speaking
press
to-
conferences,
That was
interviews.
last year. Jimmy, a good friend of ours again, and he says that I don't want to be involved in press briefings and interviews and all that. And twice I remember Pals tried to reach out and ask him about even issues around music, which does not even mean you have to have a music or a song which was on rotation. And he says, no, I don't want to talk about music and anything else. I am on break. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
But you see, when you take a break, especially from the media, and yet with an industry such as what he's in, media plays such a key, critical role to putting you out there, getting your people, your fans to know about what's happening with your music and stuff. Then when you come back, I will not want to interview you. I'll be like, you just continue.
And you can see what's happening right now. I wouldn't say it's the reason, but
That will
the
snap
media
you
will be
as
like,
well.
when it's not really a season when you want us to put it in the papers,
Yeah.
is it? It's you are a celebrity. You have fans. We have a responsibility to let people know what's happening in your life. They're asking, and you just say blatantly, I'm not talking to you. I mean,
Divas.
Divas, I tell
Divas.
you, quite a number.
Divas right there, and quite a number there. A good story again.
Very
Bypass.
good story. One more Honda is there, but I want us to look at the one night stand, page 19. That's what was your headline today.
Which Lorenzo wanted us to rush to, which I'm trying to
Hold it,
Yes.
guys.
But do
Before
you
we look
think
at
this one
that,
would actually confess?
before you look at that, just back to back with the story that we discussed.
Our time is running out.
Our viewers should grab a copy of Pulse to look at what Hussein Machozi, who
What
is
happened
also a
to him?
bongo artist, says about our diva in chief.
Yeah, he speaks about Diamond right
About
there.
the diamond, okay.
Yes.
All right,
So,
that's on
yeah.
Total Recall
One
page
night stand.
18. So page 19 has, you asked who, several people, Christophe, Mustafa. Okay.
Amazing story
Who
on
admitted to something interesting?
amazing stories on celebrities and their everyday life in the clubs, every day on trips and tours and all that. And you're just asking, when you're on these rounds, do things happen to you? There are beautiful girls looking at you. There are beautiful boys looking at you.
Shouting,
Good things.
Stevens!
I'm here and all that. And men are confessing, and I just go straight to Mustafa again and says,
Oh,
hey,
God.
people, what's wrong with it? I have done this several times.
Oh, he said that.
It's right there. And not him alone. And Tropi says, hey, I can take somebody home, and when money comes, I open the door, I call the taxi guy, and voila,
Apelekwe
see you
nyumbani.
sometime.
Sometime
See
or
you
never.
See you later.
See you never.
See you never.
Overheard.
Has somebody ever put that on you?
Excuse me. Overheard in the pulse, finally.
Sorry, that's the way. Yes. Yes.
Several stories. Which one catches your eye? We have, there's a rumor on a Ugandan singer, Chameleon.
I got to go.
Yes.
My baby.
A great guy, and guys are now seemingly just having a hate on him and saying, this guy is dying on a car crash. He said, what are you talking about? I was home when this was happening,
Oh
or when
my.
these rumors were said to be happening. But we also have another one of our own who actually had a car crash with a girl actually from Uganda. This married guy from Ampango of sorts tried to get home before money comes, and this happens.
Wow.
Yes.
So
People are
quite a
very
number of
busy.
stories here.
Many good stories, and coffee is coming to the delight of many guys. And again,
Who's coming?
Coffee is
Kofi
coming.
Olomide.
Yes, for the Luo grades.
And I saw even
Out.
Conscience. What's his name?
It's not conscious. It's
Caution.
Sophia,
it's somewhere where somebody was blasted. Actually, tried to.
I saw an
To say
ad
that.
somewhere that he's coming.
Yeah, he's coming.
Yeah, next month.
Who?
That guy.
A good one. And Kenty is dating somebody. I just like that.
Who?
Kenty is dating now this white guy, and we call her and she says like, "Who told you all that?" But guys are doing well.
Guys are doing well, and we want them to continue doing well. That is the spirit. Read more on Overheard. A lot of gossip there. The Nairobian. Now, this is funny.
What's happening to this city?
So there's
Or
a
in this
woman
city,
who
Nairobi?
shared illicit lover with her daughter behind sickly husband's back. So mom stopped daughter's wedding to her Mpangwa candle.
Okay. Lorenzo.
tereng.
Dun, dun, dun.
So mom and daughter are liking this guy.
You know, things happen. Let's begin from that.
Things, by the way, they do, huh?
Things happen,
In this
especially
world.
when you're married.
What do you think's happen?
When you're married and your hubby is unwell,
But that's sad.
right? But again, you don't just expect her to sit there.
So
Right.
you're for that. When your husband is sick, go look for another
I'm
man.
not for. I'm saying things happen.
No, you steal your daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, like this woman did.
That is a new Nairobi. So, by not only that,
All right.
later on, she realizes that this young girl is taking this thing too far.
She's taking the all.
Yeah, the Mpango Wakando is proposing.
And has bought her a vehicle, a huge machine.
And
At
before you know it-
Greenfield, just next door.
Grab the Nairobian. Grab the Nairobian.
Grab the Nairobian. It's
Yes.
quite an interesting story how that played out.
Is that a picture right there?
Grab the Nairobian.
Okay. Devil worshippers gays in PCA. That's what Gedi is saying.
Yeah, again.
That's a reverend there.
The church, you know.
He said he wants to quit,
Controversial story.
He's basically
to
he's no,
resign from PCA.
he's no more in PCA leadership.
I think
But again, you just look at what the church is turning out to be, or what we are told. But we don't want to judge the church.
Well, it's not
We are
the
Christians.
church. It's
We are
one
Christians.
man
We are Christians.
talking about
and
what
we-
he thinks is happening in the church.
Yes.
Yes.
So we leave it to the readers
to
To
break
decide.
it down.
to make their own conclusions.
It's not the church, it's those individuals.
Yes. But again,
20.
we've talked time and again about how our senior government officials make trips overseas. Some were very, very busy in New York recently.
Doing what?
Getting drunk and partying hard.
Like after
Page
the meetings
5.
and so on. Or what's something.
Hitting the ground running.
Okay.
So Kenya Joyride, the delegates
Fundamentals.
The bull of New York
Yes.
this time round.
Yes.
So they went and partied hard. There's also a story on page 7. Are prostitutes killers back?
Sad. So, you know, our sisters who are trying to make a living from the streets, but now we have people who are after their lives. Why would you take away life of
Murder
someone?
is bad, no matter who. Yeah.
No, I think this is a great story, and we touched this on Monday Blues. It's a story. It's something that is already developing, where two girls actually disappeared from the streets.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were in this, girls' home, sort of, and somewhere in Parkland, say, and they disappeared. And Madam P says, "Hey, my girls disappeared. I still have their IDs and everything, and this guy is not even being seen." And I think it's a concern for. They also have a right to live.
They do, and reading that story, some of them were talking about the precautions they now take, that they don't just get into a cab, they will make sure they have their own guys who will take them to various places, and also they're keen on where they hang out, because some of these people will just take them away.
And David Odongo went out actually there and tried to be one of those, and they talked about all those things.
Okay.
Well,
What other story stands out, Mr. Lorenzo? We have 3 minutes to go.
One of the biggest stories, again, look at our heads up page.
Heads up.
Heads up page.
Okay.
23, right?
23, yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Let's go to
I'm liking
heads
the
up.
one for my good friend Shafi and John.
Joan and I married 4 years ago, Shafi reveals. So he's married.
He's married. He says we had a
I thought
Muslim
he was
wedding,
married to someone else.
talking about 4 years ago is when really Shafi and John were out in the public saying, "Hey, we are an item," and there was a whole story on blah blah blah. I remember one of those birthday parties when there was a lot of drama. But now he says, "Hey, we married. What are you still waiting for?" Or who is looking for me? Or something like that.
That
So
is
there's a
just Shafi
female
for you.
news anchor that extorts sex partner.
Is it?
Well, that's what the heads up is saying.
Okay.
A popular news anchor has turned her Kileleshwa home into a money minting hub.
Okay.
Read
Lorenzo.
more.
You should look
In the Nairobi.
you should read that popular with.
After she demanded 100,000, she'd call his wife and all that. Okay.
It's sad.
Interesting.
But it's,
What is the cat fight between Pierre McKenna and Mimo in Mimo? Mimo is this one.
Mimo is a great singer, a great radio girl.
Where are they
and
fighting?
Best friends many years, and that's Pierre, the great DJ. And somebody says, okay, heads up, says that we were getting this rumor that these girls were fighting over a man, and Pierre comes out very strong and says, hey, where did that come from? And Mimo says, hey, we fight about many things, but I don't think a man is one of them. But they're not living together. They lived together for many years, and I think that's where the whole rumor seems to stem from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Page 28 has a feature on midlife crisis goes female. So it is aging men who went nuts running after small girls, dressing like teenagers, divorcing, and generally making fools of themselves. Now women have joined the bandwagon.
The bandwork.
yeah, and
Have you ever gone through, are you yet there, midlife crisis?
I'm
Lorenzo?
still too young to have a midlife crisis.
Maybe, we don't know how old you are.
I'm very young.
So isn't it interesting that women are also having this? But I think everyone goes through it.
Is it?
Not everyone. No, not everyone.
Is it? But some
It's-
midlife crisis ideas are quite not You cannot allow some of those
Like
things
which
at your
ones?
age. You're seeing this old man who has grandsons and all that, and he's bought
The
this,
bling.
this sporty car, 2-seater, and he's trying to hang out in the clubs with young boys. I mean, where were you then?
They were
I've given you the
making money. They were in
millions many times
school,
ago.
working hard.
No, let your son do those things. Really, and
think-
if these women are now doing those things,
Ladies just want to keep with the trend. Imagine you're in your 50s and you're seeing that hot-looking Steven Mwelo.
and your daughter is having it, and you're liking and thinking, hey, I can roll around.
But,
this lifestyle.
Sophia,
Yes,
just before you go away, there's a story on page 2 of the Nairobian. 10 most annoying Jirani habits. Do you
That's a good
have
story.
Jirani habits.
yeah, that neighbor who won't just stop?
Yes.
It depends on where you live. Jirani habits,
You
probably.
know, no, at,
So this one is based on what kind of a neighborhood. Very true. It depends on where you live. Because there's a place you don't even realize you got neighbors. Because
Right,
you're so
right.
far
Like where I
apart.
live, I don't know the name of my neighbor. Next.
but you know,
No, you're supposed to know your neighbors. Nyumba Kumi.
Nyumba Kumi is a different story.
90%
That's a
90% of
debate right there.
Nairobians live in flats.
So they're the loud, screamy soundtracks. I hate those ones. Very annoying when you want to. Oh,
What do you
Which
what do you
sound-
mean?
I once
we're talking about music here.
What are you talking about here?
God,
Neighbors-
what are you talking
Have you gone to your neighbor
I'll
and
assume
just
it's
why
music.
can't you just fix that bed?
Oh, fix that. Oh,
Why
you're
can't you
talking about
just fix that bed?
Okay.
But now we are,
Oh, you play that music.
right. Now we are looking at 10
take a
of
walk.
those habits. Yeah.
Monica,
To get more about them,
Oh my
please,
God.
please, just grab yourself a copy of the
Yes, you
Nairobian.
say that. I remember someone was telling a story. No, let me not tell that story on TV.
tell that story somewhere
People might
else.
think differently. But
The weekend is here, people. Wow.
okay.
The
Thanks for
weekend
making
is
me
here.
laugh. The weekend is here. What are you
The
up to this
weekend is
weekend?
here.
Mombasa.
My friend.
You see
Yes.
traveling.
Okay.
He's running away from the
I
neighbors.
know.
I'm headed to Mombasa because again at times we need to take some time off, and my team Gor Mahia is playing down in post.
Awesome. So what are you going
Yes.
to Mombasa for? Work? Play?
No, I'm going to
You're just
Mombasa.
going
Right, and I'm going alone.
aimlessly.
I'm going alone. I'm going alone.
I think
I'm
we
going
have-
alone.
we have
And
a
I've told
crisis
you
in this
that
guy.
my team Gor Mahia is playing
You
down
know,
in Mombasa.
people are seeing you on TV who are in Mombasa and they see you with people and they
Lorenzo is
send us
coming to
pictures.
Mombasa, people.
All
I'm
right.
coming.
But he has no idea what he's doing. Please keep
No,
it
no,
busy.
no.
What are you doing
I'm
this
not saying
weekend?
that on TV.
Stevens.
I'm not saying that on TV.
What are you doing,
Right.
Stevens, this
Wait,
weekend?
I'm in the city. It's month end. When it's month end, it floods, and I don't just like being everywhere. Like
You'll be
I'm
home?
one of everybody who was paid, and yeah, now we're hitting it up. I'm home. I come and work tomorrow. After that, we have a children's home that we go to visit.
Awesome.
And after that, I know we play basketball with some guys somewhere in Imara, and so
Okay.
a very simple weekend. Going to a few events and all, and so
Nice.
that'd be it. Are you having a road trip or something?
Yes.
Right.
Like
Tell us
Lorenzo.
about this
I
road
told
trip.
you about the road trip before the show. Now you're asking
Tell us
about the
about it.
road trip. Yes, I'm going on road trip with my
Okay.
friends.
Leave Nairobi
It'll be
to me.
fun. Yes, I will leave it to you. We're glad you're watching the show. Please grab yourself a copy of the Nairobian. Amazing, some crazy stories, and that Jirani one you'll identify with some of those neighbors, perhaps mentioned in the
will make
Nairobian,
you
and the
live now.
Pulse as well has great stories. When we come back, talk about social media, and also in the next hour, of course, we have Friday Chat coming up. Stay with us right here on KTN.